Explanation of symbols on worksheets are as follows. Use coloring crayons to color the picture. Use your finger to follow the track or line or show the correct picture. Use a coloring crayon to draw a line or write a number or sound. Look at the picture and say the number or sound out loud. Use a scissors to cut on the dotted line. Look at the picture. Use these symbols for the lesson of the day, which will be allocated at the top right side of each page. For example, Lesson 1, Prepositions and Directions.
Welcome to my Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Netai, and our theme is Namibia. Now let's sanitize our hands. Rub, rub, rub your hands back, inside and forth. Now your hands and mine are clean. We have sanitized. Rub, rub, rub your hands back, inside and forth. Now your hands and mine are clean. We have sanitized. Now, boys and girls, you need to remember to maintain your social distance. Our lesson is lesson 4, the letter D and letter L. Now let's turn to page 16 of our booklet. On page 16, I would like you to look at the letter on the top page of page 16. That letter is letter D, as in drum. How do we form the letter D? Let's try to trace over the letter D. There is a dot and an arrow to show us the direction of writing. Put your finger on the dot and go around following the arrow. Go right round the D's tummy and straight up, up, up and down. That is letter D. And how does letter D sound? Letter D sounds as D, D, D. Now let's think of things that begin with letter D. Let's go to the board and I will show you some of the things that I have displayed on the board. Letter D as in duck, dinosaur, doll. If we sound the letter D, we hear D, D, D sound. Now let's look at the board as I am going to demonstrate to you how you are supposed to write letter D. Here is the dot where we are supposed to begin. So let's put our pencil right here and we go round, connecting the dots, following the direction of writing. And we go all the way up, 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 and we go down, down, down. So as you write letter D, make sure that you do not lift your hand or you do not pick up your hand or your pencil. Let me try to demonstrate once more. We will start where the dot is. We go round following the writing direction around the duck's tummy. We go all the way round. Then when we get somewhere here, we go straight up, 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 and we go down. That is how we write letter D. I will write letter D without tracing so that you can be able to see how this is done. We go round, Straight up, 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 up. And we go down. That is how we form letter D. Now let's get back to our booklet on page 16. On page 16, the instruction says, write the letter D in the blocks and remember the writing direction. We need to start where the line is shown in the middle of the block. So we go onto the line and let's go round to the left-hand side, around the dark tummy, and up, 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 up. And we go down, straight down all the way. So that is how we write letter D, as in drum, doll, dinosaur, dog, and all the other things that you can think of that begin with letter D. Let's turn to page 17 of our booklet. On page 17, we are still concentrating on the sound D, D, D. Letter D. And the instruction says, color the pictures that start with a D or D. Now what we need to do, we need to name the pictures that we see on page 17. What pictures do we see? I can see a donkey, a mouse, a cow, a dog, a bird, a dress, a table, and a pen. Now look for the words that begin with letter D, or look for the pictures that have the names that begin with letter D. Donkey, mouse, cow, dog, bird, table, and pen. Now I would like you to color in the pictures that begin with letter D, or that start with a letter D. Once you have done that, let's move just below the line. It is the same instruction given. We want to write, or we want to color in the pictures that start with letter D. Let's name the pictures that we see on page 17. The first picture that I see is a drum. The next one, book. The next one, glass. The next one, grapes. The next one, hat. And the top one on the right-hand corner is a diver. Now I would like you to look at the pictures once more. Say the words and listen out to the beginning sound or the starting sound of each picture. Drum, book, diver, glass, grapes, or hat. Now find the pictures that begin with letter D or sound D, 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 and color in the pictures. Now let's turn to the page 18 of our booklet. I would like to find out something interesting from you boys and girls. Who is the king of the jungle? Who? Let's look on page 18 once more. Color in the lion. That is the instruction that we have on page 18. We want to learn how to write letter L as for lion. L. Do you know what other things start with the letter L? Let's move over to the board. Let's look at the pictures that I have put up for you on the board. Letter L as in leaves. It makes a L sound. Letter L as in lantern. It makes a L sound. Letter L as in light bulb. It makes letter L sound. Look at the lion. Lion's first letter is L, L, lion. So that is letter L. Look at the last picture at the bottom. That is a lizard. Letter L. Okay, now let's look on the other part of the board. We would like to learn how to write letter L. Letter L is easy to write. Let's look at the starting point of writing letter L. There is a dot and an arrow to show us the writing direction. So we always start from the top and we go straight down. And let's join the dots slowly and neatly. That's how we write letter L. Let's do it once more with the dotted lines on the next part of the board. We always start from the top as the arrow is showing us the directions. We will start from the top and we join the dots nicely and neatly all the way down. That's how we write letter L. Let's get back into our booklet, page 18. Right, on page 18 it says, write the letter L in the blocks. Remember the writing direction. We start from the top part of the block and join the dots as neatly as possible as we go all the way down. Can you do that neatly, joining the dots until you get to the end of the other block? Now let's copy and write letter L in all the blocks on page 18. Now we will turn over to page 19 of our booklet. On page 19, the instruction reads, color the pictures that start with letter L or L. Do you know what pictures that are on top of page 19? The first picture is a bear. The second picture is a leaf. The next picture is a chick. The next picture in the second row is a ladder. The next picture is a bee. And the last picture is a lamb. Remember, you need to look for the pictures that start with letter L, L as in lion, lamp, lid. Now look for the pictures and color in the pictures that start with letter L. I would like you to complete the activity on page 19 as you have been instructed. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. Now let's sanitize our hands. Rub, rub, rub your hands back, inside and forth. Now your hands and mine are clean. We have sanitized. Rub, rub, rub your hands back, inside and forth. Now your hands and mine are clean. We have sanitized. Now, boys and girls, I hope you will remember to maintain your social distance. It is now time to say goodbye. I wonder where Zoe has gone to. Bye, Zoe.
Hey kids, are you in primary school and want to get extra supplementary maths, English and science lessons? Then invite learning in with One Africa TV's #LearnOn1 every weekday from 9 to 11 a.m. with repeats from 2 to 4 p.m. And thanks to NMH's My Zone, these lessons are 100% Namibian. There's so much to learn with #LearnOn1. Invite learning in.
Hi Namibia, I'm Sister Hulda Navasis, registered nurse currently working at Namibian Oncology Center, Windhoek. I'm here to encourage each and every Namibian to stay home in order to slow the spread of the 2019 novel coronavirus. Physical distancing is very important. We will still be socially connected. Therefore, my people, be part of the solution. Stay home.
Nothing is too good for my daughter. Now here's the deal, Nambi. There's no playing around with other boys before your wedding. Do you understand me? It's the most important day of your life.
Nambi, baby, you have a face like a beautiful person. I got you this Virgin Mary necklace to protect your innocence.
Stupid man. We have loved each other since high school, and now you want to turn your back on me? All the plans we made, you just throw them away? And you want Nambi now? When I've always been there for Iziwa, do you understand? And she doesn't even love you. I wasted my time on someone like you.
Don't be like that, Jalia.
Love, everybody needs it. Love. Black sunrise, always gonna be a surprise, 'cause we don't know the way it's going to go, 'cause we can see the way it's going to be, 'cause we can see.
Yeah.
We're talking about COVID. Babaji, tell us about the day you found out you had COVID.
The day I found out I have COVID, it was a difficult day. I didn't understand how I got COVID. Because I was always covered, I was always with my hand sanitizer. It came with my wife. And that whole day, I was thinking, what's gonna happen to me? I'm gonna survive. My kids, I was losing my tasting, smelling. There were some days I will test my taste buds and put like 4 or 5 chilies in my coffee. No ways. I didn't taste it.
So did you also lose your appetite in the process?
It was very funny. In the first week, no, I was chowing. I was chowing like I will wake up like midnight and make for me something. But after the first week, then the appetite was gone. When you go to bed, your body is also automatically switching off. And that's a dangerous time for COVID. It's like glass pinching you, cutting you inside your lungs. Then the heart was pumping like a rabbit pumps. You are losing a lot of fluids at night.
Is that through fever or what?
Yeah, it's through fever.
So have you experienced any side effects from having contracted COVID-19?
No, not yet. Maybe still coming, but not yet.
And your wife?
She was complaining about light head. It's an annoying headache. It's light, but it's annoying.
So basically you didn't take any prescribed medicine from the doctor to recover from COVID?
No, I didn't. The only thing I was using is desperate for my blood not to clot. Because for some people, when your lungs are really, really infected, your blood will start to clot from the lungs, close all the airways. That's where we are passing. I'm smoking cigarette, and when you were a smoker and COVID in your lungs now.
So then after you found out, you both found out you had COVID, what did you guys do to protect the kids?
The kids move out from the house. The Buddhists will come, then we will collect everything for them and just put for them outside. When they came, just grab the food and go.
So what was the biggest battle for you? Was it mental or physical?
Mentally. Mentally was the biggest battle. I'm actually an international movie maker, and my career was cut off. I couldn't put bread on the table. There were some days you have one meal for the day, then went to bed. And that was hitting me in my mind. What if Blessing get corona now? Where am I gonna go? Who's gonna help? There were also some people depend on us in the rural areas. We couldn't help them. My future was black, dark, dark, dark. I couldn't even see that small light at the end of the tunnel. One day, my daughter decided, now, I want to see my father today. And I just told her, yeah, she can come. The first words was, Daddy, I was praying for you yesterday night. Don't worry, Corona will go back soon. And I was asking, from where? From Namibia? She said, no, not from Namibia, from you. And you are not looking good. And she was actually heartbroken. Until today, she hates Corona. From there, then I was like, oh, okay. If the smallest one is saying this, why am I not picking me up self and do the right thing and get rid of this thing? That's where I started to run, to practice, coming to my quiet place. And actually, the main thing that broke my heart during that time was there was no one. The time of COVID, there was no one.
So can you tell us where we are right now?
We are at my silent place. I call this place my silent place. I will come here when the COVID is hitting me like 120%. Looking at the ocean, then you will hear voices like, no, you don't belong here. Today, you don't belong here. Get up and go home. Some days, they will nurse you like, no, you will survive. Your future is a bright future. You must not give up now. Think about your kids. Think about the people around you. Even the wind will do that. Actually, you must meditate. The thing of COVID is, looks like COVID is afraid. of the warmness and is friends with the coldness. So the whole time you are baking in the sun, it helps a lot.
So is that what you did?
Yeah, I did. I will do that twice a day. This was supposed to be a golden year for me, a very, very good golden year for me, but then COVID decided, no, this is not going to be your golden year. Everything was cancelled. We, the filmmakers, this year, from the international shoots, lost lot of money.
You've lost 3 family members? Is it all due to COVID?
No, not all due to COVID. First one, my sister. She was very close to me. She contracted COVID April, and she was in ICU for 3 months. The COVID damaged her lungs, and at that stage her lungs collapsed and she couldn't breathe without the machines. Her kidneys failed, her liver has failed. COVID is real. First of all, COVID is real. It's not a joke. Most of the people, they fall away from COVID regulations. Still early to fall away from COVID regulations. We must still go in line with those COVID regulations.
And how long did you say it took you to recover?
3 weeks, 21 days.
What must somebody do to change your mind from the negative perspective to that positive?
COVID, no job, it's very dangerous. There was one day I just decided I'm gonna take a rope, go to the jetty, sit around there, and after all I will hang there by the jetty. The time I arrived here there was no wind, out of nowhere, the ocean was like angry, and it started to get cold, and I was like, but it was just nice weather. Then I sat down. Then the universe will talk with you, the wind, the sun, the ocean. That's the main thing of COVID. If you don't save yourself, no one will save you. And we must always appreciate what we have around us. That's the main thing in COVID. If you don't appreciate what you have around you, no, you will lose your head.
Smile, smile, smile. When you walk with me, I just want you to smile, smile.
My industry and what I've done with my hands in Namibia, it's going all over the world, and here you are, Papa G, you want to quit? Now, I'm excited for 2021. It's not gonna be the same like 2020 now. I'm back in the groove.
Give me food, clothes, water, and shelter. Nothing else, no matter. You're my moonlight in my oven. Let all my sins be forgiven. Happiness rain on me. Never let the children cry. Namibia, smile.